Hello again, Struck Club. Today I'm bringing you my upcoming Water Games video for September 2021, and keep in mind some of the games might not be as much water as others, and some of the games might not be coming in September. It might say fall 2021, or they might have a demo available in September or right now as we're speaking. So I'm gonna try and keep it short for each game so we can fit as many games as possible. So without further ado, let's start in a chronological release order. So we're starting with the game that says release date 2020. It's not still released, but you can download it on the official website. The Six Dragons. The Six Dragons is a very unique game, and that's why I wanted to start with it. Because it's a blockchain game, the first blockchain-powered open-world RPG. The game features a massive open world of 256 square kilometers, more than 1 billion dungeons, sophisticated blockchain crafting and enchanting systems, and a huge decentralized game economy. In the Six Dragons, recipes are some rare and valuable items that give their owners a unique ability to craft copies of a specific item. Those copies are blockchain assets that the crafter can either use to fight the fiercest opponents in the game or trade them with other players in any blockchain marketplace for a profit. And I'm seeing that they're using engine or whatever that is called as currency, and I've seen some people selling stuff for Ethereum. So I think people can make profit from this game by playing it, but I'm not sure how grindy it is, but it looks promising. But not everyone likes first person, so if they consider adding third person, I think they would increase the number of people playing the game. The developer is Bok Penyo Ltd, and that's also the publisher. And you can download the launcher on the official website. Game number 2 launched today, September 1st, 2021, developed by Keith Thomas, published by Keith Thomas. It's an early access game, so it's not a full title. If you buy it, right now it's 15% off as I'm making that video. You can start the early access and help with development. There's apparently hundreds of loadouts, physics-based spell combat, there's PvP in this game, so the competitive players out there would like it. There's guild specialization and other good stuff to consider. Not everyone would like this art style with the huge heads. I feel very disgusted when I see art style like this, but I'm sure the younger crowd out there or the people with weird fetishes might like this game. It's not a bad game, it looks fun, so I hope some of you out there enjoy it. Now another game that launched today on the 1st of September 2021, Rogue Spirit, developed by Kids with Sticks, published by 505 Games. It's starting early access, so again it's not a full release, it's the early access release that started today on the 1st of September, and the game has a lot of features to offer, but something that caught my eye is you being able to enter the bodies of your opponents and just controlling those opponents. And you're fighting some demonic forces, you're exploring the land. It's action gameplay with stealth elements in a roguelite game. Wood plays the steadfast ghost of the Prince of Midra. Possess the enemies you fight with and absorb their combat features to go on in the battle at your best. Master different characters' playstyle, improve your skills and adapt to an ever-changing world. Explore the wonderful kingdom of Midra to learn the legends and lore. 20 characters with different abilities, weapons and playstyles. 10 procedurally generated levels set in 5 different biomes. Dozens of essences and skills to make each run different. Unlock permanent upgrades between runs. Secrets and bosses are waiting for you. I think this is nice. It's the type of roguelite I like recently I played Dreamscaper that I liked and Raisin Road 2, so this one would fit people who love that type of games. Next we have a Total War Saga Troy, developed by Creative Assembly and Faro Interactive. Faro Interactive helped with Mac, published by Saga and Faro Interactive for Mac. So it's on Steam and it's a relaunch. The game I think launched 6 months ago on Epic and now it's coming to Steam. And there are 3 editions you can buy. The standard edition on Steam, which is just the game, Mythic edition, which gives you the Mythos DLC, and Heroic edition, which gives you the Mythos DLC, the Amazons DLC, and the Ajax or Ajax and Diomedes DLC. And you save 25, 30 or 40% on the standard, Mythic or Heroic respectively. If you consider the DLC included. This is launching tomorrow, the 2nd of September on Steam. It's currently playable, I think, on the Epic Store. It has been for a while. And to those of you who don't like the Epic Store, maybe that's good news if you like such games. It's definitely not a Wooter game, but I still thought it best to include this in that video. Next, a game that I've been very eager for, and that's Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, by Owlcat Games as developer and published by the developers and by Meta Publishing. There are few editions with various pre-order bonuses. You have an edition that gives you the Commander Pack or the Season Pack. And the game is kind of like, I don't think if it follows the story after Pathfinder Kingmaker. It's just a different game in the Pathfinder universe, not connected to Pathfinder Kingmaker other than them being in the same universe. I've pre-ordered that game yesterday. It comes out tomorrow on the 2nd of September 2021. And I hope you love playing and watching me play this game as well. I will be streaming this live. So that's some good news for those of you who love turn-based combat, those of you who love D&D, those of you who love kingdom management and strategic elements mixed into the RPG, and to those of you who love good voice acting and good storytelling. Kingmaker was great. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't disappoint with Wrath of the Righteous. So hopefully there is some option to make the kingdom management easier, to ignore it if you want to, and if you want to just go for the story, for the journey. Next is a game that caught my eye. It looks cool visually as a 2D game. It's an action RPG, dungeon crawler / tower defense, but you're bringing the tower with you. From what I've seen in the trailer, Dwerve comes out in 2022, but you can play a demo, I think, now. I'm not sure about that. Maybe just a limited amount of people can play the demo, but I wanted to include it early in the video rather than late. And I think it's a great addition to those of you who love 2D pixel art and those of you who love to think and use the tools that you've included in your build to the best you can. I think this game would really make you think how to use those defenses, where to place the defenses, and it's a nice mixture, being able to bring the tower defense as you go, to not just be defending waves, but to actually go and infiltrate the enemies with your defenses, like an engineer of a sorts. Chronicon players might like this, Swarmancer players might like this, it's similar. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Fight with turrets, upgrade your arsenal, dungeon crawl. That's what this game is about. Next is Rogue Shift, coming out on September 7th, 2021, developed by Farfon Games, published by Crytivo. It's kind of like a top-down twin-stick shooter. And it's starting early access. It's not a full launch, it's an early access launch on the 7th of September. And people can request access to the playtest. I'm not sure if that will be valid after early access starts. And yeah, it seems like a very fun twin-stick shooter, and I've been waiting for this one for a while, so I probably would try to find time to get it, to play it, and stream it on my channel. So hopefully some of you out there enjoyed this game. I know I'm probably gonna enjoy it, unless the endgame and gameplay whoops are boring and repetitive. Next is another weird game, Hindsight 20/20 Wrath of the Raakshasa. 3D third-person action RPG with morality decisions from BioWare and Sucker Punch veterans. Discover the power of your immortality with choices and actions that truly matter. The combat looks fun, the visuals look interesting. Maybe not everyone would like this cartoonish, childish design, but I think it will be challenging. The combat seems definitely interesting, especially the boss fights. So yeah, I think there are good features in the game. I think it can offer nice AI and bosses, and it's an interesting handcrafted choice-based RPG. So interesting experience engine is what it has, and there's 10 different endings as well, so that might make people want to replay the game multiple times. Comes out on the 9th of September 2021 as a full release on various platforms. And here we are at the part where we talk about Tales of Arise by Bandai Namco Studios and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. Tales of Arise is the typical modern JRPG where you have third-person hack and slash combat, where you still have party management and you have your teammates automatically moving around you and attacking stuff, and you can give them orders and so on. So if you've liked Scarlet Nexus but you want something different, something more fantasy rather than sci-fi, if you've liked games like recently I played Is, the latest Is, that's that similar type of a game. I think I will love playing it. 10th of September is the release date, 10th September 2021. There are various editions to pre-order. Regular edition, deluxe edition, ultimate edition, which give you some sort of cooking recipes, skins, etc. Premium item packs, premium travel packs, but again, those item packs and travel packs normally in those games, sure, they help you. They're a little bit of a pay to win, but it's a single player game, and still it's not that big of a bonus normally in those games. Those booster packs, they let you level up a little bit quicker in the beginning, progress quicker, have a little bit more damage in the beginning and stats, but overall it's not that bad. At least it's a single player game. So hope you love it, hope I love it, and hope you enjoy watching me stream that game when the time arrives. Next is another game that has a demo that you can play right now. It releases on the 15th of September 2021 as a full game, The Lost King of Avalon, developed by Freeline Games GmbH. And yeah, it's a challenging turn-based roguelite RPG set in a medieval world. The open world will allow you to do what you want and be whoever you want. Warrior, magician, elemental, demon, angel, etc. Gather a team of heroes and find the clue to the strange story of the King of Avalon. There weren't that many high resolution trailers to find about this game, but some information: 7 unique perks for each class, 12 playable classes: Paladin, Knight, Cleric, Hunter, Thief, Mage, Shaman, Cultist, Dark Knight, Elemental, Demon, Angel. There's a team RPG, so 4 brave adventurers in your team. Open world, move wherever you want. An 8,000 square mile procedurally generated island at your fingertips. 50 plus different monsters. Make alliance with worlds or go to war with them. After all, 4 heroes can defeat an entire army, right? Magic illusion and the simple power of persuasion will allow you to avoid conflict if you don't want to. 4 fundamentally different endings of the main plot, as well as 20 plus options for the development of the story. Replayability, your story never repeats itself. You can rob caravans. Yeah, I think this is good tactical RPG with turn-based combat and strategy elements that many of you might enjoy if you're okay with the pixel graphics, with the 2D, not pixel, with the 2D graphics. Next is Guild the Deathless. It's coming out on 2021, it doesn't say when, but again, download the demo now. Alpha demo playable on Steam right now. The release date is sometime this year, so we don't know much, but yeah, there's procedural dungeon overhaul since the 21st of August, so they've been working on some things there. The game is a roguelike action RPG adventure set in a persistent world all players affect. Unlock shortcuts, share loot and build altars to help or hinder others. You can beg for forgiveness, challenging free-form combat. You can share the realm, a lonely path, not a lonely world. And you can walk the trail, a dark and violent tale. A rich fantasy adventure through a dark and twisted world inspired by Slavic folklore, which many might enjoy. It's rare to see something with the Slavic folklore other than maybe The Witcher. and some other recent games I've tested, like the Dark Book. But yeah, it seems like a brutal, nice real-time combat that will put your skills to the test. Swice, dodge and mage stamina as you slay foes, small and large. So yeah, I hope this game is to some people's liking. I mean, you can try the demo and see for yourself if the game has some promising things to keep you playing, to make you wanna buy it. And now another one of the big names, World War Z Aftermath by Saber Interactive Inc. coming on the 21st of September 2021 for all sorts of platforms. There's a bunch of trailers out there you can watch, you can check the official website, and yeah, it's the ultimate co-op zombie shooter inspired by Paramount Pictures' blockbuster film and the next evolution of the original hit World War Z that has now captivated over 15 million players. New stories from a world at war, the next generation of the zombie swarm, deep progression and new perspective. You can level up 8 unique classes: the Gunslinger, Hellraiser, Slasher, Medic, Fixer, Exterminator, Drone Master and all new Vanguard class, each with their own perks and playstyles. Customize your weapons to survive any challenge and conquer new daily missions with special modifiers for bonus rewards. I'm not a fan of daily missions, that daily zombie mechanic, no pun intended, but yeah, definitely not a fan of daily mechanics, so hopefully they've made them in such a way where you don't feel like you're missing out much if you don't play for several days or weeks or a month or so. But yeah, it's the next World War Z, so we need to mention this one. Now another game coming out later in 2020 is an early access title, but with a playable demo right now on Steam. So by Shiru Games comes War Tales. War Tales is an open world RPG in which you lead a group of mercenaries in their search for wealth across a massive medieval universe. Explore the world, recruit companions, collect bounties and unravel the secrets of the tombs of the ancients. So fight, survive and live to tell the tales. That's the game in a nutshell. You can explore, you can prosper, you can develop. There's a lot of good things. You can accept contracts that will see you defend, liberate and save the many inhabitants of the land. Be they good-natured people just trying to make their way, or those with less honorable motives. I think this would be a very fun game that many might enjoy. If you're fine with what you're seeing. Next comes Spire of Sorcery, coming out in Q3 2021, and as we know, each quarter is fixed, so it has to come out by September to hit that Q3 2021. It's coming out as an early access game in Q3 2021, but the demo is playable right now on Steam. And yeah, it looks like an interesting game, very interesting game by Charlie Oscar Lima Tengu Interactive. Some people might enjoy it. I couldn't find high resolution trailers, but I found some footage there that I could share with you. Basically, let's say a few words. Lead a party of mages through unexplored lands. Master spellcasting and alchemy. Study the realms of life, death and chaos. Drive your disciples to their limit, then bury the dead. Gather new hands and continue your journey. So this one would be very familiar to people who have played the Darkest Dungeon. It looks very familiar visually. So it's that type of a game. So if you like those types of games, that would be a game that you might want to keep your eyes on to see when it launches. Also test the demo, it's free for everyone. Now there's the next Asian Origins Grinder MMORPG. Developer Bluehole Studios, the developers of, well, Terra. But publisher, unfortunately, Kakao Games Europe B.V. So it comes out on the 29th of September. With Kakao as publisher, chances are the game will be terrible in terms of cash shop. Keep in mind, I don't know much about what the cash shop will be. I don't know what things people could get by paying in the game, but there are 3 tiers you can get: tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. Tier 1 is the base game, tier 2 is the base game plus expansion package or expedition package, and tier 3 is expansion package and expedition package alongside the base game. Tier 1 gives you 24 hours head start, tier 2 48, tier 3 72. Already disgusting giving people more head start if they pre-order a better edition. That's terrible for games with competitive stuff where people are trying to do stuff faster. If you pre-order, you get closed beta test to access, but I guess since the game is launching soon, that doesn't matter much. You get exclusive pets with the first edition, and the other two you get exclusive weapons with the other two, not the base. And the final one also gives you exclusive armor, which I think are just skins. So yeah, there's some wings, some hoverboard mouse, enemies, cats, resurrection scrolls, etc. It's more of a stay away from the game or be wary when approaching the game, because chances are it will be terrible in terms of cash shop, if not right away eventually, with Cacao Games involved. But this is just my warning. Some of you would like the game. If it was free, I would try it. But most of those games that are buy to play with a cash shop end up being terrible eventually. Eventually they ruin the cash shops. Now the next game I want to talk about is Astria Ascending. Comes out on the 30th of September 2021, developed by Artisan Studio and published by Dear Villagers. It's coming out on several platforms. There's all sorts of various trailers that I recommend watching, checking their website as well. Let me quickly sum it up in a few words. Explore a vast world on the brink of chaos in a mature, emotional JRPG. Experience an epic story with rewarding turn-based combat and expansive customization rendered in glorious 4K hand-drawn visuals. Hand-drawn visuals, I won't emphasize on that. Explore the vast and beautiful world of Orcagon with over 50 hours of gameplay and a range of fun mini-games, including shoot-em-ups and an original fantasy-themed card game and challenging environmental puzzles. A grand tale of fate and sacrifice, a rewarding turn-based combat system where you find over 200 different monsters. You can meet an unforgettable cast of characters. You can pick from 8 customizable characters spanning a range of fantastical races and skills, and assemble a heroic team that must sacrifice everything to save the world. With 20 classes to choose from and an array of unique skills to command, their fates are doomed, but the world is not. So yeah, I think the team features developers from Final Fantasy, Nier Automata and Bravely Default. Astria Ascending includes full voice acting in Japanese and English, a traditionally animated, fully hand-drawn 2D world and a dynamic weather system. I think the game would be very fun to play, and most likely I would get it, depending what the pricing will be. If there is a demo, that would be nice as well, but so far there is no demo. The next game we want to talk about is The Rift Breaker. The Rift Breaker is a base building survival game with action RPG elements. You are an elite scientist / commando inside an advanced mecha suit capable of dimensional rift travel. Hack and slash countless enemies, build up your base, collect samples and research new inventions to survive. Comes out in fall 2021, but you can play the demo right now on Steam. Developed by Xor Studios, publisher are the developers alongside Surefire.games. So it's classified as strategy, base building, survival, tower defense, action RPG and many things. The game looks pretty fun, and apparently it's their own engine. They're using the Schmetterling engine. So the latest version of Xor Studios in-house developed Schmetterling 2.0 engine, which was previously used to create X-Morph Defense and Zombie Driver. It looks good. I really like the visuals of the game. It seems like it would be fun, so keep that in mind, keep it on your radar. And the last game I wanted to include in this video is called Team Tower, one word with capital T's, the rest undercased. Release date says 2021-9, assuming this month. Developed by Pink Rabbit, studio from China, and the game will be starting early access this month. So it's classified as magic, turn-based combat, RPG, and yeah, some of you might like it. Some of you might like this turn-based RPG. It looks interesting. There's some information on Steam that you might want to read. It's a rogue-like turn-based card adventure game. You will become a prophet, lead a small team, go deep into the mysterious space-time tower, experience the mysterious crisis in the space-time fragment, and finally reach the depths of the hell in the ancient legend. So a professional expedition team is, I guess, what you're controlling. Special precognitive ability, the vicious monsters, make your choice, facing the final fate. That's just some of the things you can read about on Steam. So there isn't much information on the official website, and the official website is in Chinese, so you might want to use Google Translate or something for that. But I decided to include this game because I think some of you might enjoy it. And this is it, all the games for this month as games you might want to keep your eye on, you might want to try, you might want to download the demos of. Hopefully those upcoming Wooter and not so Wooter games were to your liking. Until next month, where I'm gonna be doing the next month's respective video. Thanks for watching, feel free to subscribe for more types of content for Wooter games of all types and for my streams. Thank you for stopping by again. Until next time, and goodbye.